and the guy that was supposed to be the savior.
He wanted so badly to get K-State back on the basketball map. I really believe that's why he signed at the end of the day, because Coach Wooldridge convinced him that it could be done and he could be on the floor level of that. And when he got here, I think he saw how special the people are at this athletic department of this university.
From his first year, you knew he was going to be a go-to guy. I didn't know it was going to be that soon, because pretty much his freshman year we relied on him to knock down some big shots and to contribute a lot. And I think he became a starter, pretty soon after we started playing that season.
I think there had to be some frustration there for him, not being all that healthy in those first 3 years. But I think one of the things that I appreciate most about Cartier is he never really would say anything about it. Always had a good attitude.
He's a positive guy. It was hard to get him down. And most of the time he played through his injuries. He did the necessary things in order to keep himself on the floor. All those times he was injured, I don't think he ever really missed very many games because of his injuries. And, that shows a lot about who he is.
Down the stretch of his junior season, he was one of, if not the best players in the Big 12 at that point. He really put that team on his back. Didn't get him to the postseason, but got him awful close, and he was pretty automatic for 20 points a night there, that last 7 to 10 games of his junior season.
From his freshman year to his senior year, I think he became comfortable with being that go-to guy. Maybe when he was a freshman or sophomore, maybe, he looked for, Jeremiah or somebody else to be that guy to go to. When he came around to his junior year and his senior year, definitely his senior year, he knew he was the guy. And that's what, Woolridge needed, and that's what Huggins needed him to be, that guy that at the end of the game, we know he wants the ball, and, we know he's confident he's going to make the shot.
The bad thing for Cartier was that he did have a coaching change before his senior year, which is hard to do for a kid to go get accustomed to one style and then all of a sudden have somebody totally different who didn't recruit you come in. But I thought he really played hard and well that senior year, showed some leadership for this team. And, I think he was a guy who, a little bit like Rolando, that he maybe wasn't selfish enough. Maybe he needed to be a guy more willing to take on a bigger role in the team, because he certainly had a lot of great skills.
I think as a senior under Bob Huggins, he became a complete player. Whereas his first 3 years, he was just an offensive threat and a scorer. But his shot selection got better as a senior, his rebounding was very good as a senior, and his defense improved dramatically.
Cartier was not a great athlete, and I don't think he'd ever been forced to play defense. His calling card's always been his offensive ability, and that didn't play very well with Hugs.
I think the win at Texas was really a defining moment in Cartier Martin's history and his legacy, because he willed that team to win, something he just hadn't shown in his first 3 years at Kansas State.
I give Cartier a lot of credit. He's one of my favorite people, just from the standpoint that he basically came off the bench his senior year.
When Bill Walker became eligible, Cartier went to Bob Huggins and volunteered, to come off the bench. So that to me showed that he had matured through the years, and that he was willing to take whatever role Coach wanted him to take to help the team and make the team better.
That tells you a whole lot about the type of player that Cartier Martin was and how bad he wanted to win. That, in my mind, was one of the great things that he did in his time at K-State.
If he'd have been surrounded by better talent, might have gone down in history as one of the truly great players at Kansas State.
Fortunately for Cartier, the team success didn't carry over with his own personal success, but it's scary to think about what Kansas State would have been without him here. But the one thing with Cartier, he never quit. And every single day he showed up to work hard, and all the success he's had is a direct correlation to his hard work.
I know as coaches, we were extremely proud of him, because he never allowed his spirit to be broken, and that's what life's all about. It's not about being happy and cheery when things are great. It's about not having your spirit broken and fighting through the battles and the obstacles that are thrown your way to overcome, and Cartier exemplified that.